guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
Football is cool.
Relax.
That's it. Jared.
What's up?
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another week of Drop a Pass, Run a Mile. This is episode number 16. Quez Watkins.
The Quez Watkins.
The Quez Watkins episode.
Thank you, Quez Watkins.
Who else is number 16?
Lockett?
Joe Montana. Joe Montana episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tyler Lockett. Is he 16?
I think Lockett's 16.
Yeah, that sounds right. So this is going to be the premiere of YouTube for us, I believe, if I can get everything sorted out. It's still going to come out at midnight on Spotify. I'll try. I don't know when I'm going to get it uploaded to YouTube. Probably by sometime tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe it's by the end of the day. And then I also created a TikTok. So we're going to be posting our game picks on TikTok, maybe get some traction there, and we'll see what happens. But we're joined by Caleb today, Jared's little brother.
What up, everybody?
He's not so little, I guess, but
Little brother that's bigger than him.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get into the three things we learned this week. One of you guys can start it off.
Caleb, you want to start it off?
Okay, so my first thing is that the Commanders end perfect seasons. We're really good at that. We did it to the Steelers a couple years ago. We just did it to the Eagles. Highlight of my year, by far.
Yeah.
My second is that Josh Allen needs another bye week because he looks scared. And my third is that the Dolphins look very good.
Yeah. I just going right off of that. Mike McDaniel's offense is without a doubt the best offense in the league. Like,
yeah,
most quarterbacks that have 5 wide receivers that go to the NFL in college, like Tua did, struggle in the NFL because their receivers aren't running wide open all the time. I don't know how Mike McDaniel does it, but Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, will have 10-foot bubbles around them. And Tua's just like, well, that's easy. And it's annoying that it works so well, but totally agree with you there. The Dolphins are nuts right now.
I think you got to give some credit to Jeff Wilson, too, this week. That dude went off. And, I'm glad he got traded because, that would have sucked if he was just sitting behind C-Mac. That dude looks good. Is this his second year? Or
I think it might be his third.
I think third year. But
okay.
Credit to Mike McDaniel for just taking the San Francisco backfield he was used to and bringing it to Miami.
Yeah, literally.
He got Mostert, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also agree with – I don't know if I'd say they need a full bye week with the Bills, but Josh Allen he's just being careless with the football, which we've kind of moved away from. He started being careless with the football in his rookie year, and then he got to that Josh Allen, this guy's incredible phase, and now it seems like he's slipping back. I don't know if he's just trying to force too many passes. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I think he's just trying to force it into tight windows that he doesn't need to.
Concerning. Yeah. Who do they play next week? Because they need an easy win that he doesn't have to do much.
I was looking at this 1 second. I have them in my parlay. I should know.
Lions on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Giants play the Lions next week.
I know the spread, but I don't know who they're playing.
1 second. They're playing the Browns, which is not only is it a must win, it should be an easy win, especially coming off 2 losses now.
Plus, when is Tre'Davious White coming back? He hasn't played all year.
I thought he was out for the season.
No, he was supposed to be back by week 1, and then they just keep boop, 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 boop down the line. Maybe week 10 is what they meant by week 1.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they forgot the 0.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go into my 3 things. I said it a couple weeks ago when Evan said that the Packers and Bucks were dead. I said, hold off on that. Let's see. This week, my takeaway, they're both back. I know it's unlikely that they both make the playoffs. I think the Bucks end up winning the AFC South because everyone else is garbage. Literal garbage. Yeah. The Falcons are the next best team, and they suck. They're terrible. And then the Packers, man. They're going to be hard pressed to make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they finish the year on a hot streak. I worked it out today. As of right now, sitting here today, I think the 49ers, Seahawks, and Commanders all finished the year 9-8. And I have the Packers finishing the year at 8-9 right now, which would be a great finish to the year for them because their record is like 4-6 right now. But yeah, they're a little bit too far behind at this point for them to, I think, make the playoffs unless Christian Watson just tears everything, like just goes off. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now with them.
I saw this guy talking about like if the Bucks make the playoffs, like, and you look at the other quarterbacks that Tom Brady's going to be going up against, you have like Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, like just the weirdest like quarterback competition. And then you just get into the conversation like, you know, he beats somebody in the wild card, and then they just start rolling, and then, you know, but obviously it's not quarterback versus quarterback. It's, you know.
But Tom Brady, it seems to always come down to which team has the more experienced quarterback, which sucks because it's like there's been so many fun teams that we've watched throughout the years lose to Tom Brady in the playoffs, and we're like, man, that would have been sweet. Like the first time that the Chiefs were really good and they lost to Tom in the playoffs, it's like, man, that would have been cool. And it's just Tom Brady coming through because he's the best player ever. But yeah, that was my one takeaway. Do you have anything, or do you want me to go to my next one?
Well, one thing I was gonna say is the Saints. I think this week we're gonna see a switch at quarterback for the Saints, because if Jameis is healthy, right?
He's been.
I think we talked. Yeah, we talked about that last week, and like Andy Dalton just isn't getting the job done.
I don't know why they didn't go back to Jameis as soon as he was healthy.
Yeah,
it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, they need to win some games because the Eagles pick is just getting better and better, and that's
right.
Yeah,
terrible.
I saw that.
Terrible.
They have
what, the 5 pick right now or something?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 3. It's bad. Like the Eagles cannot be 8-1 and get a top 5 pick at the end of the year.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. But who knows? We'll see. Was Chris Olave worth it? I mean, he's good. I don't know if I'd say he's worth a top 3 pick, but we'll see.
Did you say you had some other stuff, Jared?
Yeah, my other one was that the Chiefs are the best team in the league. Quietly, like kind of boringly. I don't know if that's a word. Boringly. But like they just go out there, they get the job done. They win 27-17 this last week, or 27-10. I can't remember what it was. But it just seems like it's inevitable when you play the Chiefs. They're going to spread the ball around. Travis Kelce's going to have a hell of a day, and then they're going to move on. And they're probably going to win. Like it's annoying how they do things. And their defense plays really well too. And it's like they don't even have like super good players on defense.
Yeah.
It's annoying. But yeah, I think they're hands down the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, I'd say they're like consistently good. Like the only game that they weren't
consistently good too.
Yeah, the Titans game I think was like an anomaly, like with Mahomes putting up over 450 passing yards and that game going to OT.
Right.
Just because they couldn't find the end zone for some reason. But but they still came out with the win. Who did they lose? They lost to the Colts.
Colts.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Matty Ice.
Who, like I said, should start this past week, and he did, and they won.
Yep.
And he had like a 40-yard run too. That was crazy. But yeah, because Sam Ellinger is not going to get the job done. Matt Ryan might not be the best quarterback, but he's way better than Ellinger by a long shot. And I don't care if you're rebuilding for the future, whatever, but like you need to keep these games competitive. Like, I mean, Roger Goodell talked about it, like when the Dolphins said they were tanking, and then they were like, "Oh, it's just a joke." Like, but like the Colts were getting to that area where Jonathan Taylor wasn't doing anything. Right. Sam Ellinger was the quarterback. Yeah,
that goes into my third takeaway. Like, Jonathan Taylor's completely back. Jeff Saturday coming in at coach was the best thing possible for Jonathan Taylor. Because Jeff Saturday, he literally said, he's like, I walked in there and I said to the offensive line, you guys are paid to be one of the top units in the league. He's like, you're not playing like that. And he said they took it well. They took it as a challenge. And I'm glad they did, because my JT stock is finally back rising.
Yeah.
Good grief. That took forever.
It's kind of cool too, with Jeff Saturday being like one of the best centers of all time, like coming in and kind of chilling out the O-line. But like, I guess that's what they needed,
Definitely.
I don't know. I forget who they play this week, but we'll see what happens. All right, I guess we'll go to our Rip It, Ship It segment. We are adding a Thursday Night Football parlay to this each week, which will be shown on TikTok, probably either late Wednesdays or early Thursdays. And then probably on Saturdays, we're going to have our parlays that we pick also on there, along with some of our straight player props as well. First one I'm going with is Lamar Jackson over on passing yards. I think the Ravens are going to rip apart the Panthers, like demolish them. The Bengals did it to them, and I think the Ravens could do it too, because like there's just the Panthers can't compete with a team like the Ravens, especially with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, and the Panthers not really having a quarterback. I think Mayfield's getting the start this week. And I went to the Giants-Panthers game week 2, and Mayfield looked awful, like terrible. So I just don't see them competing. I see Lamar going off probably on the ground and through the air. So we'll see what happens.
Nice. My first regular pick, not on a Thursday night game, is the over in the Vikings-Cowboys game. I think, I know both these teams have good defenses, quote unquote. The Cowboys could not stop the Packers running last game, and I think Justin Jefferson is too good to be stopped, really, and B, Dalvin Cook is going to run all over the Cowboys, and I think the over. I might move it down a little bit. I think it's at 47.5. I'll probably move it down to 45. But I like that.
Yeah, no, I like that too.
My first one is kind of going into what you were saying. I have Vikings +1, mainly because Dalvin Cook is going to be awesome this week in fantasy for me. So
yeah, I was surprised coming in looking at some of the spreads and not seeing the Vikings favored.
After
with the
Cowboys had a downfall in the second half.
Yeah, I think the Vikings are at home too, which I was like, this is weird. The Vikings beat the Bills. Should they have beaten the Bills? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboys lost to the Packers, and then you're gonna favor the Cowboys. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Weird.
That line will probably move throughout the week though, because I think both of them are already even money now.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think the Vikings were +100. Next one I have here, I wrote down DeAndre Hopkins over 8 catches. but that seems to be the usual every week. So I'm going to go over 9 catches against the 49ers. I think it's going to be one of those games where they just try and feed him the ball as much as possible. This is depending on if Kyler plays.
Definitely.
Because if Colt McCoy plays again, I don't know. But, dude, Colt McCoy, that man wins games. He wins games. If he comes in as the backup, you better be looking out because you're going to be playing a tough game.
Yep.
What was it? Last year when the Giants played the Seahawks, we had Alfred Morris and Colt McCoy running the offense. We beat the Seahawks. That was just absurd.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say DeAndre Hopkins over 9 catches if Kyler Murray plays.
Beautiful. I like that. Sticking with the same game, C-Mac, anytime touchdown. Feeling it again. He's a beast. I know people are worried about Elijah Mitchell getting 18 touches last game.
Yeah.
I think for fantasy, I understand the concern a little bit, just because C-Mac is usually the guy. He gets everything. And to see him not get everything, I personally, I know a lot of people disagree with me, I think it's good for C-Mac. Because his problem, all of his injuries, besides his ACL one, have been like repetitive use injuries, like stress fractures in his shins and his foot injuries. And it's just like, it's because he's being used every play. I think Elijah Mitchell as a spell guy is good for him. And I think C-Mac anytime touchdown scorer this next week sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to put something on that.
I'm not going to say any passing time.
Yeah. Would that be a touchdown?
Passing touchdown.
Would that be a touchdown in every game he's played for the 49ers?
It would be, I think so, yes. I think it would. And it would also be 35 straight games where C-Mac either has 100 yards or a touchdown, which is impressive.
Did he didn't have 100 yards last game, right? Against
nobody scored.
Who they played? Chargers. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now he's got to score.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
For my next one, I got a shout out to Owen. Got Jets +3. I just really like that. I don't know. I just saw it as I was scrolling. I was like, they're playing New England. I was like, New England isn't that good. Like, they shouldn't be favored by 3. It's probably in New England. That's probably why it's favored by 3. But I was like, I don't think they'll win by 3.
Were they both on bye this past week? They were, right?
Yep.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots coming off playing Sam Ellinger and riding high for absolutely no reason at all. I mean, they're playing Zach Wilson now, and it's just gonna be one of those games. It depends on if Zach Wilson's gonna play like an idiot or if he's gonna play like an NFL quarterback.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens there. But no, I like Jets money line too. Like I think they lost to the Packers, and a lot of people were saying this is the year the Jets beat the Packers, or not the Packers, Patriots at home. And they lost to them basically because of Zach Wilson. So I think this is kind of a comeback game for Zach Wilson. And I like that. I like that pick.
Yeah. My opinion on this game is that both these teams have good records, but I don't think they're good. Yeah. So I'm a little scared to go anywhere near it because you just don't know. I won't say that they're not good. I'll say that you don't know what you're going to get week to week. Because like we've seen it with Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. One week they look good. They're taking care of the ball. They're taking the easy passes, and they're running the ball. And then the next week they try and play hero ball, and they have 3 picks. And you never know what you're going to get.
2 of them are really bad.
And 2 of them are terrible picks.
Yeah.
Where you're just sitting there like, I know not to throw that. And I've never played quarterback. Like, but, yeah. I like where your head's at with those thoughts.
Yeah. I guess we'll get into our if Peter Piper picked a parlay of pleasant picks, which picks would Peter Piper pick? I'll start it off here. So I got Bills money line. I got Raiders money line, Derek Carr was shedding tears after that game, and it's been a long time since they've won a game. They're playing the Broncos this week, and we all know how the Broncos are. So I like Raiders money line this week. And I also have Titans money line, Thursday night football game. I believe in the Titans. Who'd they play last week or this past week? Yeah, which was my lock, and I hit my lock finally. But yeah, I played the Broncos, beat them. I think I swear the Broncos, the unders hit in every game the Broncos have played in this year.
Probably close.
I mean,
because it was
Russell Wilson's
17-10,
only
right?
played good in one half all year.
I saw that today, and it said that if the Broncos scored exactly 18 points in every one of their games, they'd be undefeated.
That's absurd.
It's ridiculous.
That just shows what defense does.
Yeah.
And no offense.
Yeah. I saw this TikTok. This guy's comparing Russell Wilson passing touchdowns to the number of bathrooms he has in his house. Russell Wilson apparently has 12 bathrooms in his house, which is kind of crazy, but he only has 7 passing touchdowns right now. So the dude's got more bathrooms than he has passing touchdowns, which is just bad.
That's cool.
But yeah, Bills money line, Raiders money line, Titans money line brings it to like plus 549, something like that. I was one game off on my parlay last week. Saints money line didn't hit. I told Jared I didn't realize TJ Watt was coming back, so I hedged that and made the exact same parlay with Steelers money line. So I still came out on top. But if you were a listener and you placed that, you probably didn't come out on top.
Yes, we were talking about this at length with TJ Watt coming back. We were like, definitely a smart move to.
I put in the group chat. I'm like, hammer Steelers money line.
Yeah, I mean, he's a difference maker, man, and it's hard to bet against those type of guys, especially at a position where you can literally wreck the game. Like,
yeah, and Andy Dalton's the opposing quarterback.
Right.
Just kill him. Get Jameson.
Yeah,
Force their hand.
definitely smart on your part there. But going to my parlay, last week, Rod Parlay comes back firing. We're now, 4 of 5 on the Rod Parlay?
Or is it 3 of 5?
3 of. I've only lost 1. I
thought you lost 2.
No. We only lost the 2 weeks ago.
So maybe it's 3 or 4.
3 of 4.
Did you make 5?
I don't. I
3 or 4 sounds right.
3 of 4 is probably right. 4 of 5 sounds really good. But that's what we're doing after this week, so it doesn't matter. So last week, I'm just gonna run back through it. We had Seahawks plus 7.5. They lost by 5. Perfect. We had Giants money line, obviously hit.
Easy dub. And
then we had Dolphins minus 3.5, and they won by like 22.
Yeah.
It was really a carefree day for us because the kept it close, and we just rode everything else out. It was great. But moving to this week, going 4 for 5 on the Rod Parlay, we've got. Let me pull it up quick so I can tell you exactly what we have. We've got Commanders plus 3.5 coming off a season-defining win against the Eagles, which I didn't talk about at all this podcast yet. What a freaking win. I'm gonna delve into it a little bit because I need to. What a win. We kicked their butts up and down the field the whole game. 40 minutes of possession, 49 rushing attempts. Let's go. Average 3 yards a carry. That's all you need. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And Taylor Heineke to come out and make a few throws. Terry McLaurin dusted Darius Slay the whole day. Beautiful, beautiful job there. And the people that are like, oh my word, they missed a face mask. A, get over it. B, they called OPI on a ridiculous call 3 plays later, which made us punt. Right back to you. What else?
You also turned the ball over two
3
other times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you have to do is not get up if you're Quez Watkins. And the Eagles probably win that game. But they didn't. The Eagles beat themselves, and then we beat them also. So it was great. The running backs looked awesome. Brian Robinson finally looked explosive. Thank God. But yeah, back to the Rod parlay. Commanders plus 3.5. Sorry, got on a little tangent there. Plus 3.5 against the Texans. And then we've got Bears plus 9.5 against our Falcons. Because I can't just go crazy against my Falcons. I can't do it. So Bears plus 9.5. And then Eagles minus 6.5 against the Colts. And that takes it to plus 253, right in our sweet spot. Right back to it. Love where we're at there. Hammer the Rod parlay. We're going 4 for 5.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Mine, I'm going back to my picks from earlier. I like the Jets plus 3, Vikings plus 1, and the Manders money line. That's at plus 498.
I was going to
Love
say
it.
that.
Absolutely love it.
Aye.
Also, Evan, I wish you luck on yours. I've had the last 3 weeks like 5 pick parlays, and the only reason they don't hit is the Raiders. So
No, I understand that. I just have too much hope in the Raiders now.
I do too. I've had
especially
for 3 weeks, and I'm done. Cutting it off.
Yeah, especially playing against the Broncos this week. And Derek Carr is just frustrated.
I think that's a bigger thing than the Raiders itself, is that they're playing the Broncos.
Yeah. I think the Raiders, I think they deserve to put up 40 on the Broncos, and then just the Broncos score 2 touchdowns.
And the next week, the Broncos fire their head coach.
Yeah. That weird dude.
Yeah.
All right. Guess we'll get into our Thursday night football parlay. We were talking about this before we got on here. The odds, I think I said plus 249 on this. So we got Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdowns. Had a big week last week beating the Cowboys. I think he keeps that up, especially against the Titans passing defense, which I believe is not too good. Derrick Henry over 79.5 rushing yards. Packers defense, I believe, is 6th or 7th in the league in rushing yards, rushing yards allowed. And then we have Aaron Jones over 20 receiving yards. Jared was saying that the Titans interior line is one of the best in the league.
Yep.
So I think we're going to see a lot of checkdowns to Aaron Jones. That's the official Thursday night football parlay. If you want to throw Derrick Henry anytime touchdown scorer in there, you could probably do that too. But yeah, that's where we're going with. Like I said, I think plus 249 odds, which isn't too bad. So we'll see if we can go 1 for 1 on the Thursday night football parlay. That'd be nice.
I like it. I mean, we talked about it earlier. I think all of those have pretty decent shots of hitting. Little side note: last time that the Titans and Packers played in prime time, I made $480 off the game because I had Derrick Henry first touchdown, and then I had Devontae Adams anytime and Aaron Rodgers over 2.5, and I had ridiculous money on all of those. It was awesome. I was up in a cabin and I was watching on my phone. It was sweet.
I remember that. It cashed in the 3rd quarter.
It cashed so early. And
that's so nice.
I had Tannehill rushing yards too, and he had that 65-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a sweet night. Hoping for the same thing this time. Obviously, there's not going to be snow. That'd be sweet if there was last time. But yeah, love to see the pod parlay hit. That would be good for everybody.
Definitely. All right. Our favorite segment here on Drop a Pass, Run a Mile. Guess the player. If you're new, I'm hoping that TikTok brings in some viewers. So if you're new here, guess the players. It's a lot of fun. When we have a guest on, basically we let the guest go last for proposing their player. And it's just a head-to-head between Jared and I. Right now, Jared has 7 wins. I have 4 wins, and we have 3 ties. Ties meaning that we got the answer on the same category given. So, Jared, you want to go first? You want me to go first? I got a good one this week.
You got a good one?
I think so.
All right, you can go first.
All right. So this player played from 2000 to 2008.
Jeez.
And we'll go snake order here so that.
Yeah. Edrin James.
Incorrect.
Oh, speaking of, I forgot to mention it. Edrin James' Football Life comes out Friday. This is big for the podcast. We're very excited about this, but
Yeah.
to let everybody know.
Any new listeners, Edrin James is the default first guess when you can't think of any players. I think that started maybe episode 1 of the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, Caleb, any guesses?
Well, considering I didn't really know what football was in 2008, I'm gonna go with Edrin James.
You can't guess the same player Jared guessed.
All right. 2000, 2008, we got. I don't know.
This
Clinton
is
Portis.
This is peak NFL Street.
Incorrect. Yeah. Conference is the NFC. Caleb, you said not to pick anybody from like the 1800s. This is 2000s.
Well, no, we're chilling. I got it.
All right. Conference NFC. So you go again this time, Caleb.
Yeah, you're up.
Bro. See, when I'm listening to this podcast, it's a lot easier.
Mhm. It's hard to think of stuff right away, isn't it?
Yeah. Got a lot of respect for you guys for this segment. NFC.
2000, 2008. So when it's short careers like this, you usually think running back, or I
That's
guess
usually
it's usually running back when they have a really short career like this.
Bro, I'm a pass for right now.
Wow,
on the Almeida.
I'm blanking big time. I'm sorry.
he was dogging Almeida beforehand, and then he comes out and hits pass. That's
Bro, I'll text him tonight. I'll be like, I understand your pain, man. I'm sorry.
2000, 2008, running back in the NFC. Ryan Grant. It's probably
Incorrect.
Ryan Grant.
The division is the NFC North.
I'm up again.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Who's playing running back in the NFC North in 2000 to 2008? I can't wait for you to say defense when we get to offense. Just be
Bro,
guessing
blows my
mind. NFC. Who was before Matt Forte? I can't even think of anybody.
Arian Foster. Right?
No, what?
You say Arian Foster?
Don't listen to whatever he just said. Jeez. Maybe like, I don't even know. Just NFC North in general. I can't think of running backs right now.
Do we know the running back yet?
Mon Green?
Incorrect. Also, you don't know if it's a running back yet. Jared just has a hunch.
Yeah, that's just me being stupid, probably.
Oh boy. So we're gonna stick with running backs in the NFC North, I guess. 2000 to 2002 or whatever.
2000, 2008.
Yeah,
2 years.
that's what I meant. Not a
2002.
Yeah.
This player was drafted but never actually.
Can I ask a question? Did they play all for one team?
Mainly. They played for 2. I didn't even know they played for the second team.
Okay.
Out of his 8 years, he played with the the team that I'm going off of, 7 years. So
Okay, that makes sense.
Ooh. I might have his name a little off, but Jared will know who I'm talking about. Jared Allen or something like that.
Jared Allen's right, but
incorrect. I like the guess though.
yeah.
The team is the Green Bay Packers.
Wow. Man,
2000.
I was thinking, why can I not think of who was before Ryan Grant? Because I feel like Ryan Grant was when I was playing fantasy football, and that was not 2000 to 2008. Is Caleb up? That gives me some time to think.
Fortunately.
Good.
I know who was before Ryan Grant, but I don't want to say anything.
You don't want to say anything. I guessed Amon Green, didn't I?
Did you? I don't remember if you did.
I'll guess Amon Green.
Incorrect.
I think I guessed Amon Green.
Well, Caleb's about to start guessing NBA players at this point.
Joel Embiid for 59 points.
Amon Green was the one before him, right?
Yeah, before Ryan Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also Brandon Jennings in there, I think. Maybe a little bit. I just remember he had like 96 speed on like Madden 08. That dude was sick.
I'm interested to hear if this is an offensive player. Who else have short careers? Maybe a tight end? Who's playing tight end for the Packers? Before Mercedes Lewis, before Bubba Franks. Maybe I'm about the years. Bubba Franks?
That's it. Dude, I was literally over here with my hands on my face because I was you're like before Bubba Franks. I'm like, oh. Yeah, Bubba Franks. So you got it on
team.
Team, yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice. Let me pull my guy up just so I have the years right.
You say that every week, word for word. Let me pull up my guy up so I can get my years right.
Career is 2000 to 2009. It's a very, very similar career here.
Edgerrin James. Perfect.
No.
I like it.
Good guess.
Let's go with Todd Heap.
Todd Heap. I like that. No, incorrect. Majority AFC.
Okay. Let's go with Corey Dillon.
Incorrect.
$2009. 2009.
Yep.
So who played in the NFL when I was like 8 years old?
Just think about anyone you know from NFL Street 2.
Bro, I never played that game. Because you beat me too much, so I just rage quit.
I apologize.
You weren't 8 in 2009. You were like 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like 6 maybe.
For the majority of 2009, yeah.
Yeah.
For the majority of 2009, you would have been 6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What do you even do when you're 6? I don't even remember what I do when I'm 6 years old. This isn't fair. All right, I'll go Alex Smith. I know it's not right, but I'm getting tired of looking dumb over here, so I'm just gonna make myself look more dumb.
Really dumb.
That's fine. At least you didn't pass.
Yeah.
Guessing someone completely arbitrary is much more respectable than just passing.
Yeah. I lost so much respect from Almeida when he says pass.
Yeah.
The next, AFC East.
It was this year.
Yep, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Come on, Owen. You should have been telling me somebody who played for the Jets in 2009.
I guarantee you've heard of this player, Caleb.
Eric Decker.
No.
I'm gonna go with Teddy Bruschi.
I like the guess, but no.
You said I have heard of this player?
Yeah, you've definitely heard of this player. Team is the New York Jets. For the majority of his career.
That was before 2000. I don't think this is right. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it because I know it's not right. Thinking defense, but I can't think of anyone like notable on their defense. So I'm gonna say Chad Pennington.
Incorrect, but you're warmer.
Darrell Reeves.
Darrell Reeves. Incorrect, you're colder. This player played on offense. He also played for the Redskins for a time.
Still doesn't help. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you probably weren't watching back then.
Is it Santana Moss?
It is not Santana Moss. Santana Moss played the majority of his career for the Redskins.
Dang it.
Yeah, he would never have said.
It is a player similar to Santana Moss.
Oh, dang it. I think
Sanchez, just for fun.
Mark
fumble. Back in
Correct. This player played wide receiver.
I know who it is. All right, Caleb, you technically get to guess again.
What'd you say? What was that last thing?
I said you get to go again.
No, Jared. Position. What was it?
Wide receiver. Nothing like some good dead air on the podcast here.
For the listeners.
Everybody thought it cut out there for a second. Caleb's just thinking. You can see the wheels turning.
They're not turning. It's just emptiness.
I need to start editing in the NFL Red Zone like countdown music during like dead times on the on the guess the player segment.
No, I'm lost. I'm sorry. Let's go Brandon Marshall.
Incorrect.
It's I'm honestly not sure how to pronounce his first name. I think it's Lavernius Coles.
Correct.
Okay. Let's go.
Good job.
Never.
Who was the? Did Santana Moss also play for the Jets?
Yeah, Santana got drafted by the Jets, but then he got traded to the Redskins. And
okay.
I'm not. I it was right around that same time that Lavernius went back to the Jets. Because Lavernius started with the Jets, then went to Washington for 2 years, then went back to the Jets for like 5.
Mm.
So I think it was right around the same time where we just swapped receivers.
I know another receiver who did well on one team, then went to 2 different teams, and then he's coming back to the team he started with soon.
Did he happen to win a Super Bowl with the second team?
And tears
The third team. The third team.
Yes, that's correct.
He didn't do anything on the second team.
No, he
except
didn't.
for make a cool play against the Cowboys.
Right.
All right, Caleb.
Let's hear it.
All right.
I need a dub
Yeah.
here.
The year is 2012 to 2020.
Robert Griffin.
No.
Damn.
I hope it's someone super absurd. I'll just say Andrew Luck.
Incorrect.
Just go through the draft order.
So what is it next?
Conference.
NFC.
That rules out Brandon Whedon. Dang it.
You said 2012 to 2020, right?
Well, 2020 was his last played season. He hasn't necessarily retired.
Okay. All right.
Suck. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't officially retired, but he does indeed suck enough to not play in the league.
Or he's like, who just
don't give him too much info. Well,
who just retired?
This is how we win.
This year? That we all thought retired like 6 years ago.
That's true, yeah.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was.
2012 to 2020.
I've said it in this podcast. I love that 2012 draft class.
Man, let's go. Man, I'm struggling here.
Me following football.
I'm just gonna say Trent Richardson.
He was in the XFL by then.
He's also in the AFC, so.
Poor guess. NFC 2012 to 2020. You know, it's funny. The whole time Evan was thinking, I was just thinking, I think he's going to say Trent Richardson, which is funny because saying Trent Richardson, but he's not. Let's go. Wow, no way. Michigan State just dunked it with 3 seconds left to tie. That was crazy. NFC 2020. Let's go with. Why am I blanking too? This is crap. DeMarco Murray.
Incorrect.
I don't even think he was drafted then. Gosh, that was stupid.
I think he was 2011, I believe.
Oh, I suck.
I think I have a 2011 score hot rookies DeMarco Murray card, actually.
So that was conference.
I have that too, actually.
That was conference. Now you guys need division.
Yes.
Played in the East.
The NFC East.
Really? Man. Am I up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to be up. I just thought of another player but it can no longer be him because he's on the NFC East. I guessed RG3 the first time, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I think Fletcher Cox was drafted then, but he's still playing. Who'd the Giants draft in 2012, Ev? That's right after they won the Super Bowl, right? No, that's not right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wait, you actually got to see your team win something? How cool was that?
Yeah, twice. First
What?
Super Bowl I ever watched was a Giants Super Bowl, not even knowing it. It was like the first football game I ever watched.
Wow.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Am I up or is Evan?
You're up.
Michael Kendricks.
Incorrect.
I'm going to guess this player regardless, but did I mention this player's name earlier in the podcast, Caleb? Alfred Morris.
That is correct.
Ah!
Dang!
Yes.
Let's
That
go.
was even before Redskins. I don't know. I thought as soon as I said the team, Jared was gonna be like, oh,
I thought I was really nervous that round because I thought Jared was going to get it. I was like NFC East. I was like, it's got to be Alfred Morris.
I guess Michael.
Yeah, you talked about him earlier. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't have enough time to think of another player. I was like, I'm sticking with it.
Let's go.
That's brutal.
Did Alfred Morris play only in the NFC East? Because he played for the
He
Giants.
played for the Niners for a little bit.
Uh,
He played
It was
for
with
the-
Kyle Shanahan though, so it's basically the NFC East.
So yeah, same offense.
All right. Let's go. Bringing my total up to 5 wins now. Trying to make it close. Especially on that. I needed that one.
Yeah, you did.
Alfred Morris. Jeez.
I can't believe I didn't get Alfred.
Yeah.
For our YouTube audience, I'm gonna do his celebration now.
Love it.
Let's get into next week's games. This is a week full of large spreads. Just looking through it, it's like there's a lot. This feels like week 2, Evan, where we were like, I don't know what to do here. But first game, Packers, Titans. I know you're feeling the Titans, Ev. If you want to explain why, go ahead. If not, we could go right ahead and move to Caleb, but go for it.
I think the Packers, like, sure, they beat the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott threw like 3 interceptions. And, like, sure, Tannehill could also easily throw 3 interceptions, but they have Derrick Henry. So I think they're just going to hand the ball to Derrick Henry. What's the spread here?
The spread is 3 for the Packers.
Yeah, I'm easily going Titans +3. I was thinking before the podcast I might make this my lock again, another Titans lock, but I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna hold off.
I'm going Packers. Dak threw 2 picks also. Just a
Okay.
little correction there.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I confused him with oh wait, Jalen Hurts also threw only 2. Or did he only throw 1? There's 2 fumbles. Yeah, that's right.
Fumbles. But
you know what NFC East quarterback didn't turn the ball over this week? Daniel Jones.
Not Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. Daniel Jones has 4 turnovers on the season, man. That's why we're winning games by 1 possession every week without fail.
Right. And it's literally just like he fumbles once in a game, and there's your 1 possession. Gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could easily be 2-7 right now.
Right. I'm
yeah.
going Packers. I think they're gonna right the ship. I also think the Titans are vastly overrated.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Jared here. I don't think the Titans are.
I feel like it's the same thing with the Titans every year. It's like, yes, they're a good team. They're not a great team, and they're gonna lose games they shouldn't, and they're gonna win games they shouldn't. So it's just like, it's always hard for me to bet with them because they don't. It's not like they have a dynamic offense. Their defense is decent. Their defensive line's really good, but it's just like I never know. Like, no part of me looks at the Titans and is like, they're better than everyone else at this. They're just not.
Yeah.
So
I think it's gonna be a game. I think it could be a game where the Packers win, but Derrick Henry rushes for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
yeah,
They still find a way to lose just because.
I think regardless of the result, Derrick Henry's going off.
Yeah, because it's coming. It's that time of season where Derrick Henry remembers that he's the best running back ever, and he's
Right.
like, I have 60 pounds on every defensive player on the field, and I'm going to
Yeah.
run you over.
Right. Also, shame on the Titans for robbing us of Derrick Henry's first 3 years as a pro and having him carries. Stupid.
Who was the starter those years?
Well, they had DeMarco for a few, and then they had.
I thought they only had DeMarco for like one.
Maybe it was one, and then he was splitting with that tiny running back from New England, Dion Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
What? Yeah. So stupid. Anyways, go to our next game. The Commies head into Houston to face the Texans. Commanders -3. Give me that all day. That's my lock of the week. Commanders -3 against the Texans. Love it. Taylor Heineke isn't that good, but he's got some moxie, man. He's got some moxie.
What do you think happens if Heineke isn't the quarterback, though?
Then forget everything I said, and we're gonna lose.
I think Heineke completely earned that job.
Yeah. Ron Rivera came out today and said he isn't sure who's going to start still.
No.
They have to say that, though.
He didn't say he wasn't sure who was going to start. He said he wasn't sure if Carson was even going to be healthy enough to start.
So then it should be.
That's better.
Question.
It's Heineke. It's Heineke no matter what.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders here.
If you start Carson Wentz this week, your entire team loses faith in the coaching staff. Because there's nothing Carson has done all year that is better than what Heineke has done at all. So, yeah. Commanders -3, lock of the week.
I think we're all taking Commanders.
Sweet. We'll go to the next game. That was easy. My Falcons at home against Evans Chi-Town Bear, guys. This is the Pod's game of the year. Literally the game of the year. My Atlanta Falcons facing Evans Chi-Town Bear, guys. Falcons are favored by 3. Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Bears.
There it is.
I mean, we talked about this the other day. Like, I feel so bad for Justin Fields because that guy is balling out.
Mm-hmm.
Balling out. He is insane right now.
He's nuts.
And they've lost the last 2 in terrible fashion. So yeah, I think they need to win this one. I know the Falcons have also lost their last 2, Chargers and
Panthers.
Yeah, and Panthers, yeah. But Chi-Town Bear guys, man. Justin Fields. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
I'll be rooting for the Bears, but I don't think they're gonna win. They got Justin Fields, and that's about it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like the Falcons here.
Go to the next game. We got Buffalo hosting Cleveland. Buffalo's favored by 8.5. Give me Buffalo. They're going to be pissed about this last game. Josh Allen was pissed in his post-game presser. I think they probably win by 17.
Yep. Moving on.
All the talk about Josh Allen being injured, is that gone now?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, even so, I like Bills -8.5.
Sweet. Next game, we've got the newly not undefeated. Lots of double there. The Eagles going to Indianapolis to face Jonathan Taylor and Jeff Saturday. Eagles are favored by 6.5. This is my that doesn't feel like it's enough game of the week.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles they lost. I think they're going to crush the Colts.
You lose to the Commanders and you beat the Raiders, and somehow you're -6.5 and the other team's +6.5. Like,
right.
Like, yeah, Eagles -6.5. That's, I think, pretty easy. I would hope.
I agree.
I mean, hey, the Colts did it to the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, but
maybe.
I mean, they got Matt Ryan back. Who knows?
Is there any revenge games? Is there any revenge games going on here? Like in this game, is there anybody looking for revenge?
Zach Pascal revenge game.
Oh. Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Caleb, you got a pick there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles, I guess. I'm not rooting for it to happen, but
No, me neither.
it'd be awesome if Jonathan Taylor goes off. Him and Derrick Henry both go off in the same week.
You know, it'd be
Rush
awesome.
for like 180, 2 touchdowns.
It'd be awesome if Philly finished the year 8-9. How?
Just like the Steelers.
Actually, I'm switching my pick. Colts plus 6.5. Give it to me. Give it to me. I picked basically all favorites last week. I'm not doing it again.
I like it. I applaud your enthusiasm. Next game. This is a weird one. Jets going to Gillette to face the Patriots. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this because I still don't know how I'm gonna go on this.
Jets.
What's the spread?
3 for the Patriots.
Yeah. I like the Jets here. I mean, like,
because
I think that all this is
just because. Do you guys just like them because they're getting points?
I just like them because I think they're more likable than the Patriots. And they lost to the Patriots before. I think they win this one. And they're coming off a bye, but so are the Patriots. So that doesn't matter.
I feel like I'm going to go Jets here, but only because they're getting points. And I think this is going to be like a super close game.
Yeah. I like the Jets plus 3 because I feel like they're kind of the same team.
Yeah.
Exact team. They have a couple decent receivers.
They've
got good running backs.
Good running backs. Yeah, good running game in general.
Plural. Yeah. And I think if they don't win, I think the margin of that game will be within a couple points.
Yeah, I like that. Next game, absolute crapshoot. Rams going to New Orleans. The Saints are favored by 4 right now. That's ridiculous. Cooper Kupp 4 weeks.
I'm taking Rams plus 4 here. I just think they need a win.
They need to win so bad. But if it's John Walford again, they're going to lose.
What is wrong
with
Stafford?
Stafford's injury?
Stafford had a concussion. So he should
he's back.
He should be back. But at the same time, like, Cooper's gone. Allen Robinson, revenge season? Maybe.
Revenge season.
I'll go Rams here as well. You're giving me points for a better team. I like that.
Andy Dalton gets benched at halftime.
Andy Dalton
comes
benched
in
weeks ago.
I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah. I think Andy Dalton's going to get benched before the game even starts.
Oh, I hope that happens.
He should, man. Next game, Lions going to MetLife. Giants are only favored by 3.
What's with all the 3-point spreads this week?
Because you guys beat teams by 2.
No, I'm just saying in general. Giants, Bears,
if your
Jets
spread isn't huge, it's 3 points.
Yeah.
Because you're at home.
I obviously like the Giants here. Enough said. No, but I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go Lions plus 3. I think I'm feeling real frisky. I still would go Giants money line.
Hey Jared, I'm gonna say something real quick.
Go.
Kenny Galladay revenge game. Kenny Galladay revenge game.
Just a little backstory for everybody here. Evan barely won his matchup in our high school fantasy league this last week.
And I'm 10-0 still.
And
I just sick.
He's unreal right now. But I texted him beforehand and I was like, I texted in our group chat with all our buddies. I'm like, Evan, why are you starting Kenny Galladay? He's like, he's the only guy on my team not on bye. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a ton of people that are free agents right now. And he said, no, Kenny's going off this week. And Kenny had two
targets,
0
2 drops, 0 catches. The second drop was he was open on like a 10-yard in route, and it just went straight through his hands. I think the guy forgot how to catch the ball. But now that it's Kenny Galladay revenge game, I'm like kind of thinking about starting him again. I'm playing Colby this week, man. I mean, why not?
if you're playing Colby, that's like with me. I'm playing Sheriffy, and I'm getting all frisky with my lineup.
With me being undefeated, I might just start Kenny Galladay at flex the rest of the season and see if I can still win the championship.
Holy crap! Michigan State just had another dunk to send it to double overtime. This is nuts. Sorry.
Caleb, who are you picking here?
Yeah.
I was thinking exactly what Jared was thinking, but to not make you upset, I'll go with the Giants here.
I appreciate that.
Next game, we're gonna breeze over this one. Ravens facing the Panthers, -12. I don't care. Ravens.
Big spread.
Huge spread. But Baker Mayfield's starting.
I might take alternate spread at -31.5 for the Ravens. Like, seriously though, like
quick
I think they're gonna
parlay
kill
alert. -12.5 and Baker to throw a pick. Love it.
Speaking of that strategy, Owen has done that for the past 4 Penn State games, not including the Ohio State game. And he's just taken the highest number that you can get for Penn State minus. And he's made a ton of money in the past 4 games. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Wait, who is this?
Owen. He's just taking Penn State minus the max. And it's hit for 4 weeks in a row, not Ohio State. Pretty cool. Next game, another crapshoot. Raiders going to Denver. Raiders are +2.5. I know Evan's feeling the emotions. He's feeling a little emotional with Derek Carr. I'm gonna go with him. Raiders +2.5. And I think this is the game that Nathaniel Hackett gets fired after.
Yeah. I said I wasn't going to go back to the Raiders, but I'm going back to the Raiders. Because, I don't know. Something about them, I just enjoy watching them.
Yep.
Greg Dulcich, he will score, though.
Yeah, good old Greg.
Good old Greggy, too. Get him on a Head & Shoulders commercial. Palomalu.
Speaking of Greg Dulcich, one of
I'm back.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh!
Let's go. Speaking of Greg Dulcich, one of the fantasy guys I follow on Twitter, his Halloween costume was Greg Dulcich. So he had long hair and a mustache on. And Weird Al Yankovic reposted his picture thinking he was trying to be Weird Al Yankovic. It was hilarious.
That's so funny.
It was great. But, yeah, let's get to the next game. Awesome game. So glad this is on the 4:00 slate. Vikings hosting the Cowboys. Vikings are +1 at home. Crazy. Crazy.
I kind of wish I would have put this game in my parlay. With Vikings +1. It's fine though. Whatever. It's I didn't pick a lock yet. So we'll go with this. I'm gonna go Vikings +1 as my Loch Ness monster.
Beautiful. Caleb?
There.
Okay, cool. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals heading to Pittsburgh. In between the Three Rivers, and they're favored by 4.5. Bengals are coming off a bye. Give me the Bengals.
I'm also going to take the Bengals.
Sweep?
I think the Steelers lose by 4, so would that be a push?
4.5 is the spread, so you'd have to go with Steelers.
Yeah, I'll go Steelers.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
TJ Watt is going to sack Burrow.
That is possible. That is very possible.
Their O-line is the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's a good point. Also, Jalen Warren might have just taken Najee's job, which is kind of wild. Yeah. But we'll head on to the next game here. Chiefs, my best team in the NFL, going against the Chargers. Chiefs are favored by 6.5, even though it's in SoFi. Give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Chargers.
Chargers barely covered the spread last time they played the Chiefs. They didn't cover the spread. They didn't cover the spread against the 49ers. I'm a big Chargers guy when it comes to this stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers plus 6.5.
Me as well. Love the Chargers.
Wow.
Love me some Justin Herbert.
Not many people make money betting against Pat Mahomes, but that's your prerogative. So
unless you're going Colts money line, then you make bang.
Right. Next, let's get to Monday night. San Francisco 49ers and Christian McCaffrey waltzing into Arizona face just the most frustrating team ever in the Arizona Cardinals. The 49ers are favored by 8 points.
It's a big spread.
It's huge.
Tyler will definitely be back though, right?
Yeah.
Taking the Cardinals.
I'm also taking the Cardinals.
I think the Niners will win. A scrappy one.
Yeah, 8's a lot.
But 8 is a ton of points.
I'm going to go 49ers, but I'm not happy about it. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say. Also, Christian McCaffrey's going to score a touchdown, so get ready for that. And that wraps up our week preview. So, Evan, you want to go back through your parlay quick?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what we got here. We have Bills money line, Raiders money line, and Titans money line. Puts you at just over plus 500.
Nice. And if you're feeling a little less frisky, you can go to the Rod parlay, which we think is 3 for 4, could be 4 for 5. Not sure. Can't remember when we started this. We got Commanders plus 3.5, Bears plus 9.5, and Eagles minus 6.5. That gets you plus 253 right now. Run to the books responsibly. Put all of it on it. Put your house on it responsibly. And yeah, thanks for another good week, boys. Thanks for coming on, Caleb. And let's hear it for
Caleb,
let's hear it
Caleb,
for the
what was
Eagles.
Caleb, what was your parlay?
My parlay was Jets plus
Come on,
3,
Jared.
Vikings plus 1, and Manders money line.
Yeah, I like that.
I've been riding with the Vikings and the Jets pretty much all night. So
Yeah.
and fly Eagles fly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so this will be live on Spotify at midnight as usual. Hopefully I can get it on YouTube by Thursday. And then might be some TikToks coming out soon too. So keep an eye out for that as well. Hopefully it hits the For You page strong. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, for everybody listening, thank you. For everybody watching, thank you. And
TikTok dances.
And yeah, so yeah, another good episode, and we'll see you again next week. And I think that's it. Guess we'll sign off.
Miss you guys.
See you, everybody.